As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Robert Dalton is suing Emily Andrews in the amount of $3,000. Mr. Dalton claims he went by his ex's place on Halloween dressed as a clown and says Ms. Andrews punched him in the face and refused to pay his medical bill.
All right, Mr. Dalton, you are suing Ms. Andrews for $3,000 for personal injury.
That's correct.
Based on a battery.
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your relationship to the defendant?
I am her ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend. How long were we boyfriend and girlfriend?
For 4 years, Your Honor.
For 4 years?
We lived together for 3.
You lived together for 3 years. And whose house was it? Your house, his house?
It was my apartment.
Oh, okay. So what went wrong?
I was looking for a serious life partner, and I didn't feel that he was ready to settle down.
Seriously, like to get married, have children?
Exactly.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30, and how old are you?
30 as well.
Okay, so you lived together 4 years, and what was going on during those 4 years that she didn't think you were serious?
I like to play pranks and make people laugh. I guess she didn't think
So
I was a
were
very
you
serious
playing
person.
pranks on her all the time?
Not all the time, but
Like
sometimes.
what were you doing?
Like shaving cream on her hand while she slept and tickling her nose so she
Right.
touched it.
Right,
Just,
little things like that?
yeah, silly stuff, just to
But
make
must
her
have been
laugh.
doing it all the time, though. Was he doing it all the time?
It was pretty frequent, but there were wonderful things about him. He was
Right.
a sweet man, loving
Right.
man. There were things that I did care about.
But
and
you
that's why
didn't
I
think
stayed
he
in the
was
relationship.
serious enough, though.
Yeah.
So he must have been doing something that made you think he wasn't serious.
He was very inconsistent in his work life.
What do you mean? He wasn't keeping a job?
No.
What do you do for a living?
Well, ma'am, I came to Los Angeles to be a writer, but you
Well,
know,
a lot
it's
of
very
people
hard.
did. But what are you doing for a living?
Well, I was a waiter for a while, but I got fired from that job, and I was kind of bouncing around unemployed for a while. She was taking care of
was
the
carrying
financial
bills.
responsibilities. Yes.
Okay, so you haven't been able to keep a job? Was that the thing? He wasn't keeping a job?
Yeah, it was that. He liked to go out partying at night, and
Right.
I'm more settled down and wanting to be like a serious adult.
Right.
And I didn't feel that
He wasn't growing up fast
He wasn't
enough.
growing up fast enough for me.
Right. Well, you know, it takes men a while sometimes.
I know, but
to
I wasn't.
grow
I
up.
can't keep waiting.
Yeah, keep waiting, right. You got a time clock ticking, right?
Exactly.
So did she ask you to go?
Yeah, I was pretty caught off guard by the breakup. I thought things were going well.
She had never told you that this isn't working for me?
I think it had been slowly building up for her, and
Right.
it just kind of came out in one big argument at the end.
Right.
And I was constantly encouraging him to make changes, to write more.
Right.
He
He wasn't writing anything?
wasn't writing. He
What
got
does
really
he
into-
write? When he's writing, what is he writing about?
He's writing horror films.
Well,
and-
people like that. It's
Yeah.
all over Netflix. You can't watch a
Exactly.
decent movie
Who doesn't
in
love
October.
Halloween?
Exactly. There are a lot of horror movies out there, and I was constantly encouraging
Trying to
him.
get
but
him
he
to
would kind
do
of veer
that.
off in these directions. He got really into gardening. And so then I was like, maybe he should be a landscaper. I was really
Oh, wow.
trying. I got him all
Wow.
these
What a
tools. I was
cheerleader for
really-
him.
I was really trying, and
Yeah,
and nothing
rah,
really
rah,
seemed to
rah.
click. Exactly.
She was, but she didn't understand the fact that when she was out of the house at her job, I was doing those things.
Doing what things?
Writing and getting my name out
Well,
to
didn't
people.
you show her? Did he show you the stuff he was writing?
Right. I would come home. I work as a lab tech.
Okay.
And I would come home from a long day, and
Right.
I would say, "Can I see what you've written?
Right.
I'm curious." Even though I actually really struggle with that genre.
Right.
I have some fears.
You mean horror films?
Horror films.
and horror.
Exactly.
books.
I actually have a debilitating phobia of clowns.
Oh yeah. A lot of people are afraid of clowns.
A lot of people are.
It's like the peanut
myself.
allergy. When I was a kid, nobody had a peanut allergy, and everybody loved clowns. Now you can't eat peanut butter sandwiches, and you can't have a clown around
they're
anymore.
scary, and I can't.
love
I can't
clowns.
watch horror films. I
Right. I
can't
never
go to
could watch them
McDonald's.
either.
I can't do a lot of things that normal people can do. I can't even celebrate
Don't
Halloween
say
at all.
normal. I think it's strange people that look at all these horror movies. Because
Okay,
there's a
thank
lot
you.
of funny things that go on in horror movies. I don't get it. But it's a big genre, and there's a lot of people that like that. Well, you knew he was into that, right?
I did.
Well, how could you, having the phobias and fears you have, end up with a man that loves horror?
Well,
And
a
clowns.
relationship isn't just about interests. You have to have the same
I put that
morals
part
and
of
values
myself to the side.
Right.
The reason I didn't share my horror scripts with her is because I knew that it freaked her out.
Right.
I didn't want to be that kind of person.
But
to her.
she was thinking you weren't writing at all.
Yeah, I guess so.
So in the relationship, you asked him to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And where'd you go?
After getting my apartment, I got a job at a local nonprofit, and
what are you doing there?
It's working in healthcare. I'm a communication serviceman,
Okay.
so I try and help young people without healthcare.
Look how he got himself together once you put him out.
Exactly.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
What stuff did you get that time when you came back?
I was picking up mostly my writing materials, some
Well, you
plates
left
and
your
dishes.
writing materials there. You must have expected to come back there. How you leave your writing materials? That's like leaving your jewelry.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Dalton, who is suing Emily Andrews for personal injury.
He just said almost immediately he got this good job. You didn't try to work it out, say, well, maybe we could try to work this out now that you seem to have gotten a little maturity under your belt?
Exactly.
Did you say that to him? Let's try?
I was going to, so I invited him over to collect the rest of his belongings.
Right.
But I thought in that moment we could have a nice heart-to-heart, and I could tell him that I'm like proud of him,
Right.
and that
You thought you might rekindle
I thought we
something?
might rekindle something.
Okay.
But
So you use the excuse, come over and get your stuff? See, you're supposed to put all that stuff out, just so that nobody got no reason to come back. Just throw it all out, but you kept a few little things.
no, he was really upset when I broke up with him.
Okay.
And he was just not in the right frame of mind to be moving and
Oh, I
handling
see.
logistics.
That's how some things got left
He struggles
behind.
with logistics sometimes.
It was hard
and-
for me to take everything and leave
Right.
after
Well, did
her.
you love her?
Absolutely.
And did you love him too?
Yes.
Well, it seemed like you might still love each other. Am I feeling that? Or is that the air conditioning?
I don't know. I don't know how I can love a man who brought me to court for something
Well,
like
yeah,
this.
well, we are going to get to that. Okay, so you go over to get your stuff. What happens when you go get your stuff?
Well, it had been some time since our breakup, a couple months, and I really took a look at myself after what she said about me being serious, and I got that job. I started taking some classes at a community college, but
I'd asked you to be serious for like months and months and months leading up to that, years, and like you didn't do that.
I'm
and
just
then-
wondering, too, how all of a sudden you got serious.
I don't know.
What do you think it
Wanna
is?
know.
I don't know, maybe the shock of it.
Right,
I maybe got a little bit complacent in our relationship.
right.
a
And you
little
know what, though,
comfortable.
too? You might have been enabling him. You know, this paying the bills and all of that. Sometimes you enable a person because, you know, you've created a soft landing. And sometimes people don't need a soft landing. They need a nice, hard landing, and maybe that hard landing is what made him wake up.
Yeah.
So she said, come over here and get your stuff.
Right. So
And you went over there, and what happened?
Well, that was the first time I had heard from her in some time, and up until that point, I had felt like I was starting to move on. But once I got that text, it was sort of a reopened wound.
Right.
And I thought I could handle it going over there, but
What happened when you got over there?
as soon as she opened the door, all the seriousness, all the work
emotions?
I've been telling to just kind of faded away, and I shut down a little bit.
And you became what?
A shell of myself. I'm usually a pretty bubbly person, but I could barely look at her. I was just, all I could see was her face when she told me it was over.
Right.
He was extremely rude. He was extremely abrupt.
Like what?
I
What
don't
did
think
he
I was
say?
rude.
What did he say or do? What did he say or do, miss?
He just said very little. He just walked in the door, didn't even say hello. I said, "How are you?" I tried to tell him that I was proud of him. He didn't listen. He just walked and got his stuff and left. And he didn't even get all of his stuff.
Right.
And I didn't even have time to really tell him, "Hey, there's stuff in the backyard that you need to get."
Right. What stuff did you get that time when you came back?
I was picking up mostly my writing materials, some
Well, you
plates
left
and
your
dishes.
writing materials there. You must have expected to come back there. How you leave your writing materials? That's like leaving your jewelry.
I had kind of hoped that I would come back.
Well, there you were, with it right there in front of you, with the door wide open, and then you just like.
I thought it would happen sooner. At
Well,
that
it was
point,
only 2 months in a 4-year relationship. 2 months isn't that much time to pass.
I thought at that point that she had moved on,
You
and
thought she had somebody else.
I did.
But was she acting like she had somebody else?
Well,
All that smiling and I'm proud of you and everything. Does that sound like I got somebody else? Oh, look how good
don't-
you look. Oh, look at your hair and all of that. Did he tell you how good you looked?
No.
He didn't say that?
No, but I said I liked his new haircut and his mustache and, you know.
There she was flirting and you didn't even know.
I didn't know. I didn't think any of that when I came in.
What were you thinking?
I thought she was patronizing me, to be honest.
Right. So you
I
had
had
been
seen her-
deflated by the whole thing. It looks like you had deflated him.
Yes, ma'am. I had seen her on Instagram, going
Doing
out
what?
with her friends and around some men that I hadn't seen before. And
Oh, was there a new man involved?
No.
Nobody?
No.
Nobody
I've
but
really
him.
been all on my own, like running my errands and working and
Are you still
it.
not with anybody else?
no, Your Honor.
She's still not with anybody.
I didn't know that, Your Honor.
Are you with anybody?
No, ma'am.
Well, he's still not with anybody. So that first time you came back, it didn't work out, you left.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I understand you invited him back again.
This time I really wanted him to get his stuff.
Oh. Come get your stuff for real. How
Right.
much more time has passed?
This was a few weeks later.
A few weeks later. Why were you now determined, get your stuff and get out?
I really needed to move on. I was thinking about him a lot. And I was still taking care of the plants he had grown for us. And I was just.
So he did do
yeah.
something. Look at that. They were plants and they grew.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did.
Okay, so you said, come get your junk. Get the rest of it.
Yes.
Coming up,
Earlier that day, around noon, she had texted me to come get my stuff or that she was going to throw it out.
Okay.
And it had to be that day,
Okay.
on Halloween.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Dalton, who is suing Emily Andrews for personal injury.
So you go back to get your stuff. What happens?
Halloween rolled around, and
It's on Halloween now.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm doing an event with my nonprofit for the kids in the area, and I decided to dress up as a clown for this party.
Your Honor,
No.
I have a photo of him dressed as a clown. This is not a party for kids.
Let me
This is-
see. This was the outfit he wore that day of
Yes.
It was
Halloween.
it was a scary haunted house sort of event.
These are young people in their 20s. This is
Right.
not a pediatric event.
This looks like a clown. So there was a Halloween party. You agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So he had been to a Halloween party, and what happened?
So earlier that day, around noon, she had texted me to come get my stuff or that she was going to throw it out.
Okay.
And it had to be that day.
Okay.
On Halloween.
Right.
And, I was busy all day. I was working and setting up for this party, and I had forgot about it. And while I was at the party, a friend of mine who was going through a divorce mentioned
Right.
something about having to pick up some things. And I remembered that I needed to go and pick up my stuff before the end of the day, or she would throw it
So
out.
you went over to her house in the clown outfit.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, he left me on red for 7 hours.
He left you what?
He left me on red, like he had read my message, but he hadn't responded
What
to me.
is the expression you use? He left me what?
On red?
That means that somebody has sent you a text and you haven't responded.
Yes,
We've
Your
read
Honor.
it but not responded.
Oh, I see. Okay. Aren't you supposed to take that off your phone so people don't know when you've read their messages?
When we were
what-
dating, I had asked him to.
Right. Well, you
reinstall
What
that.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
you take it off your phone, so he doesn't know, and he takes it off his phone, so you don't know. But anyway, I digress.
Coming up,
I was going to go out through the front entrance to get to my car.
Right.
And when I went to reach for the door, it swung open, and there she
Are
was.
you in her house?
I was inside the house. Yes, ma'am.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Robert Dalton, who is suing Emily Andrews for personal injury.
So we go over there. What happened?
I was in a rush and I had to leave in the middle of the party.
Right.
Because I didn't want my stuff to get thrown out onto the street. And so I decided to head straight to her place, and I didn't go back to mine to change because I wanted to get this done quick. And then went into the garage to grab my tools, and I was gonna go out through the front entrance to get to my car.
Right.
And when I went to reach for the door, it swung open, and there she was.
Are you in her house?
I was inside the house, yes, ma'am.
And what happened?
I had my Costco groceries in my arms. I opened the door, and there's
a clown.
A clown with a shovel and a pickaxe.
Oh my!
And it's dark out, and I was really, 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 really afraid. And I didn't realize it was him because he had makeup on. He had.
And what did you do?
I hit him.
You hit him where?
In the mouth.
She punched me in the face.
Okay, she punched you in the face. $3,000 worth of a punch?
Yes, ma'am.
You have pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see it.
She punched my tooth right out of my head.
Right.
I was spinning and disoriented and bleeding
but
everywhere.
It was completely out of fear. It had nothing to do with him or my feelings towards him or anything. It was. I thought there was a thief in my house.
Well, let me ask this question to you, Mr. Dalton. She wasn't expecting you to be inside her house.
Well, she had demanded me to come over. She sure wasn't expecting you
to be inside her house dressed as a clown. I just think that what happened, a normal person under the same circumstances probably would have reacted that way, or maybe worse. And I don't think that it was unreasonable for her to believe that her life was in danger.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
It's unfortunate that this relationship has deteriorated, but you know what? Sometimes people are not meant to be together. People, what did they used to say? A reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sounds like it was a bit of a reason and a little bit of a season, because he seems to be thriving outside of the relationship. And that's probably because you were disabling him and enabling him by giving him too much. Have you learned anything?
I think I've learned that I can't keep supporting someone if I'm hoping to get support from them.
Right, and saving them, you know? And I can tell you're in a lot of pain. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
But there's somebody better for you out there. Somebody who's not clowning around. You know, it'll happen. You have faith that it'll happen. I am predicting in the next few months, if you just open up, forget about the past, open up, be yourself, somebody good is going to enter the door, because the door's open, and keep the door locked at home.
I will now. I definitely will now.
I'm ready to roll. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
I'm relieved that I won.
I think it's unfortunate how things shook out, but I'm glad that this is all behind us now and I can move forward with my life.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.